on South Congress and Ben White. They have the overpass blocked off. I'm not sure exactly what's going on yet. Again, traffic control. The lights are working. See the when they appear to be working. Let's see what's going on here with the lights. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm behind the mic. Crosswalk changing. Pedestrian crosswalk. With the lightning. Ford and lightning bolts and Nazism go way back, by the way. So I've been thinking about that lately. Yeah, the light has changed. It's green here, but nobody's allowed to go in. See that? It's green. I don't know if you can see that. Alright. The traffic is being monitored by these police officers over here. They're all state stormtroopers. DPS Department of probably shitty stormtroopers. There's two of them. Directing traffic. Oh, the turnaround's not open either. Side. They've got this whole area blocked down. Again, this is where they, we believe that they killed people in high-speed pursuit. Possibly even bystanders were killed here what was it, last weekend, I believe. And the news is not covering that. The DPS is not covering it. We've been trying to expose the cover-up with the Department of Public Safety stormtroopers, and they actually rolled the police car. You'll see on the live stream the other night. They've rolled their police car into the ditch, and yeah, was it live? I can't remember if I was live or not. I see a police officer on the other side doing something. I'm not sure what is going on here. Think someone will tell me. It's not that the lights are out, and I don't see anything going on. I'm going to hold on now. Hold on. There was quite a traffic jam. Hold on. There was quite a traffic jam, but it looks like the cops have opened up Congress, and by the time I got around to the direction I needed to be, it seems to be over. I'm gonna go see if there's any remnants of anything. Here's the transit center, Capital Metro, Randolph Brooks Federal Credit Union, anti-homeless branch, across from all. There's a lot of anti-homeless businesses over here, as you can imagine. We're all going to Austin. Waiting at the light. There's this scene up here at this Wendy's up there is where well, actually at the bank next to it, I forget what the name of that bank is, but there was crash cars in front of the Wendy's, and then another 20-30 feet was a DPS officer that had rolled their vehicle, or two DPS officers apparently were pinned in there and had rolled their vehicle. They crashed 2 or 3 vehicles. supposed to be a black Camaro. There was a white car, and then the DPS. And the DPS was going way too fast. I'm sorry. If they did all that, they were going way too fast. And they went from William Cannon to Riverside. They went from far south Austin to, or further south, to east side, up 35, back down south to this location. Ben White Whitey Highway. There's Wendy's, and so, yeah, what's that bank called? Parenthood? No, what is that bank called? Anyhow, so it was terrible. There's a lot of people on the streets that were involved, like we could have been involved, because you know, the police don't have any regard for people on the streets of Austin. They fill up the streets of Austin with people, and they evict people, and they COVID evictions, you name it. Find ways to disenfranchise people, put them on the streets, then tell them they're a criminal, then run their cars into them on police chases. I've seen it more than once. You know, they treat people on the streets like they're cannon fodder, but they're actually U.S. citizens. Unfortunately for them, unfortunately for the government, people are U.S. citizens, and they are afforded to all the rights of anybody. Even non-U.S. residents have all the rights under the Constitution. That's the way that's the law. Sorry if y'all don't like that. That's the law. That's how it worked out. And from the legislature to the courts, all the law of the land supports people's rights. And there's a DPS there. There's one DPS right there. But yeah, there was you know, probably 10 DPS officers a minute ago. Now the one is about to leave, or did he leave? I think he pulled out. Yeah, he pulled out. I do not know what happened here, but the DPS have all taken off. False alarm, y'all. Wish I knew what happened. You could ask your government for a public information act request, a FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, State Right to Know Act. You can use one of those. Just find a boilerplate. Chat GPT can write it for you, and you can find out what happened and post it up here. Post a link to your story, and so we can link the video to the story of what happened in South Austin today with the Department of Public Safety, Texas Department of Public Safety.